Cody, go back. Good! Good dog! That's a good dog!
Hillbilly girl, just as sweet as wine.
Go back. Good. Go back. Go back. Good dog!
Like a muscadine.
Good dog! Very good! Cody, go back. Good dog! Good! Good girl! That's a good girl! Oh, good! Good, did. Good dog! Good dog! A little fun. Good! Alright, we're back. We're coming off of a weekend. We didn't film over the weekend. I did work her, and she did really well. I didn't do any back casting with her, but we did a lot of lining drills, and a couple things that I am realizing with her now. We're probably a little over 2 weeks into working with her on this back casting thing, but we've also incorporated a lot of lining work because that was kind of a weak spot of hers when she came back. So we've been building on that. And this weekend, that's really what I focused on. But I added some layers to some of the drills we were doing, and she proved to me that she got it. It made sense to her. When we send her, she's going to go. I feel like the last couple days that we've been working with her, light bulbs have really been turning on a lot quicker. Things have been clicking a lot quicker for her. I think it's two things. I think it's because we've had enough repetition of doing it, enough opportunities for her to make some mistakes and learn from them. That's part of it. I think the other reason is she's really settling in. She's really coming into her own as far as comfort level, and I can just tell everywhere I go with her, she's a lot happier. She's a lot more bold. She's a lot more confident. It's a perfect scenario for her to learn when she's in that kind of state of mind. So as long as I do my part and don't confuse her too much with what I'm trying to explain to her, she's, I think, going to accelerate. So when we started out, we're kind of up a little bit, going uphill a little bit. And it's just, there's all these things. She's back here, unfamiliar areas. That's another thing, is we've been pretty consistent in the areas. We've moved once. We were using the fence quite often early on. Now we're over here. This still has a lot of mowed tracks. There's a lot of mowed runways. Helps steer and guide her because we are training. And we need these things, these tools to help us. But this is a lot more open. This is a lot freer. This isn't nearly as confined or restricted as literally a fence with a small mowed path next to it. So we got real good over there. We're getting good over here. We're going to start adding different things. This is some angles, some different levels or heights of grass. I'm going to actually send her into a little cover again today. Last time we did this, we did the same thing. I mowed this weekend, and I extended that cover. So now there's short grass, there's a little bit taller grass, and you can really see the clover in it, and then there's the tall grass that I haven't mowed. And even that one you can see I extended. There's 2 layers in there. There's the original, I made it a little bigger, now I made it a little bigger. Part of the reason I did that too was I'm going to start using this little track to backcast her into little bits of cover, so it's not so visual for her. She's done really well and proven to do really well with the white bumper on the brown dirt, because as soon as she spins around, she sees it. It's real easy for her to see. That habit of going back now, and we're still going to continue to go back to that stuff because that's confidence building for her, but now we're going to start putting them into this where it's a little bit harder for her to see. So when she spins around, she doesn't necessarily see it, but she's used to the idea of run out, there's going to be something there at the end. So we're going to do that a little bit today. Another thing I'm thinking about doing with her, and I don't know that I'll do it today, is when I do it, I'm going to go back to one of these real easy places where she's had a lot of success. This into the brown dirt she's done really well with. We may even go back over by the pasture with the ropes, but I'm going to start introducing just a diversion. Right now we've worked on go back, go back, go back, go back, just turn it into a habit thing of turn around and run 180 degrees away from me upon that command. Now she hasn't had many options. Like, there's not been a lot of reasons for her not to. She always has a bumper back there. Sometimes she saw it, sometimes she doesn't, sometimes it's harder to see. But now what we're going to start to do, and we'll do it this week, I think, is having her sitting with a dummy behind her, and then I'm going to pitch one to the side. I'm going to pitch one way to the side, maybe even behind me, so that she sees another one, and then I say go back. I don't know that we're quite there yet, but we're pretty close, and we have to start giving her options to make the wrong decision, but make the right decision despite the distraction or the diversion that we're going to throw. So we're going to start that this week. We're just going to continue to add little layers to it. But what I'm really excited about is her pace is picking up. And I think it's due to all those things I was talking about before with the comfort level. So I'm going to start out here, and I may even start out just because we are right here. I'm going to take this one. It was a white bumper. It's gotten pretty dirty over the weekend. I'm going to see if I can't get it to stand up though, so that it is in this cover, but she can at least see it. Because the other thing with this one is she's going to have to cross some stuff. She's been running a straight track. The mowing angle here to the mowing angle here, and then there's 2 changes of grass and then cover. That's 1, 2, 3 different changes she has to go through. That can be a lot for a dog. So I don't think it's going to be a big issue for her. They're real small. They're not real dramatic. It's not like it's a tree line or anything, but we're going to get to the point where we start sending her through some cover as well. But I'm going to have her line to it and take a little picture of it. No heel. And heel her back down this track that we mowed. And I can just tell because of her heel work how much more comfortable she is. She's really gotten into the position that I want her in. Even borderline a step ahead, half a step ahead. But if you recall back to the beginning with her, she was 2 steps behind me, and I was always encouraging her to be up with me. Start her out with just sit, sit, sit. Good, good. The retrieve to the dummy right now is probably about 70 yards. She's a little bit closer than halfway to me. Good. You can see her. She remembers it. She can see it. Stands up in that cover. You can really see. Good. A little more delay. Go back. Good. Good. A little more, putting a little more pause into it when she comes to me. Good dog. Come on. Good. Encourage a nice speedy return. Good dog. Very good. A little loose on her hold. Come on, come on, come on, come on. She knows it. Come on, hold. I'm going to help her. Put it right back in there. Hold. Good. Very good. Good. We never give up on the idea of mastering and perfecting and polishing that delivery. Sit, sit. Let's just build off of that. When it comes in a little bit sloppy, just adjust it back in. Don't accept it, because if you start accepting it, it starts to become something she thinks she can get away with, and we don't want that. So I'm going to leave her. This time I'm going to leave her at the spot she delivered. I kind of have an idea of where she was sent from, because she was a little bit towards me of halfway. This time I'm going to walk out to the cover. I've got a smaller dummy here. I'm actually going to put a feathered one in. And I'm not going to stand it up. I'll put it right back in the same spot, but I'm not going to stand it up. So when she spins around, she doesn't see that thing standing up looking at her anymore. So I'm going to go back out to her. I'm going to heel her away from it. Send her, stop her, and then send her back. And I am going to make her stop on the way out. I want it to be good and square and facing me, so if I have to, I'll recall her to square her back up. But we're just going to add another probably 25 yards to this one. Good. Good. No, heel. Good. Now I have to be real careful of the distance I let her go before I stop her. Because remember, she's got this slippery slope, and we're working on getting her crisper to stop to the whistle. We're doing that with some of our little hunt command drills. But I'm gonna let her think. Good. Cody. Good. Good. Go back. Good. Very good, and I can back up. I didn't, but I could have backed up and added the rest of that distance. Good dog. Good, nice delivery. Hold. A little loose yet, I'm gonna adjust that. Good, here, here. Sit up, good, good. Did, good, good. Awful excited, good. No heel. I'm just getting a little bit more exaggerated with my time. You could see that time she spun out, was gonna head out on me. I'm not gonna allow it. Just replicating what we just did, other direction. New location, so this to me is really good because she's transferring her habits to this new spot. We haven't done this particular drill in this particular spot repeatedly, or at all maybe to this sequence. Good. But I'm gonna start being a little pickier with the timing. I'm gonna make her pause and think. Good. I think it also kind of builds up that excitement to her. Dog, come on, come on. Good dog, come on. No. Go back. Good. Good. Nice. Kept her honest, recalling her to me. Now that she's got to hunt, because this one's in the cover. Not gonna help her, not gonna help her. Good dog. Stuff. Gotta be real careful of that. Help them when they need it, but not too much. Good dog. Get a good delivery, hold. Good. Good. Good, dead, good. Now, you can kind of see, as she was coming in, and I stopped her on the whistle, she spun around to go. So now, she is anticipating it. She gets it. She understands what we're doing. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna build up. I'm good with that. Nice distance, nice distance back, very crisp, little to no mistakes. I mean, we can always polish stuff, but She's getting it, she's getting it, she's getting it. So I'm gonna add a layer to it. And I do think that this is what she needs, is to start understanding that there's choices. And when she has a choice, she's gotta make the right choice, and the right choice is back. She doesn't know any of the other choices right now. Rights and lefts, she doesn't even know what that means. So it's not like it's gonna be as tempting, because what's gonna be tempting is the idea of its bumper. Now we just moved positions, but I'm gonna go back to this spot that she's real comfortable with. With this one, you can see it was white. We've been putting it on the brown dirt because it really stands out. I'll wash this off and later hose that down and make it white again. But I'm gonna go back to that because it's easy for her. I'm gonna shorten the distance for this. I am gonna introduce a little bit of a diversion and give her a choice and hopefully go back to this habit of the same routine. Now this isn't something we've done quite a bit here over the last 2 weeks, so no, heel. Now one thing there is she has no intention to make that retrieve, so before we're done we're going to do a little bit of counter on that. Just a sharp sit. Good. Good. Now all I'm going to do is take a bumper out, throw it behind me. Go back. No, 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 no. That's all right. Come on. You're all right. Here. Here. Good. That's exactly what we wanted her to do, so she learns that's not the right one. Now we got to go back. Go back. Go back. Cody, go back. Go back. Go back. Good dog. Very good. Nice decision. That's a good dog. Good. Hold. See how simple that is? Dead. Good. Good. See, that was simple of just a little curve on that. Jams her back up. She goes, man, I don't know. I'm not sure. But the habit's been there long enough that it came back to her. Here, see how she's ready to go back to this. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do to that. I'm going to do this one more time. Good. No, no. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Good. Go back. Cody, go back. Good. No. Go back. Good. Good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good decision. Good dog. You see her thinking. Very good. Dead. Dead. Sit. And that's enough for that. Sit. So I'll pick these up. Now, the key there is she is a thinking dog, which is real important. Because we have, with her, I feel like we have a pretty high level of control. We have the ability to stop her with a lot of distraction. We can stop her. We have the ability to tell her no, 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 and stop doing whatever she's doing. We have the ability to recall her away from stuff. That's all foundational stuff. No collars. We never use a shock collar. Ever. Never. Ever. But we still can get that control because we've put in a ton of foundation work. It took us a long time. But what we're doing here is when she's got to think about it, you can see it kind of clouds her up. And so she stops, basically. She doesn't do anything. But then all of a sudden, through some encouragement, her head starts to turn, her body starts to turn, she stands up. I should have, and I don't know if I did, but I should watch it again, but the second she stands up, I should have said, I should have been good, because that was the first thing. In order for her to go back, what's the first thing she has to do? She has to get up. what's the first thing she typically does when she goes back? She swings her head. Instead of she was looking at these two. I never said good when she was looking at these two. I think I said no one time. No. Get back. Good. Good. So that was a real, I mean, I end it there. We just got 2 little successes out of it. That was a huge step in the right direction, piggybacking on top of something she already knew. I mean, I don't know how much she learned out there. She reinforced stuff that she knew over there. This was totally new. Now, one thing I was talking about was when I pitch one of these short, heel, she knows she's not getting it. We never send her on that heel. We never send her on that. We always go back. Cody. Good. Good. Very good. Hold. Here. Cody. Good. Did. Good. Almost like a little game. Instead of our hunt command, we're going to do that. But what that does is it's going to, next time we set up, she's going to focus. When I line, sit. When she starts to get into it, she's taking pictures of her in her head of what it looks like. That is what I need her to do, because then when I send her back, when I bring her back a long ways, I turn around and I line her. I need her to see that same sight picture. So she's not paying attention when we're setting these up. She's whatever, you know, I know I'm not going for it. And then I bring her back and I tell her to take a look. She's gonna look and she's gonna go, that might be it. I don't know. Because I didn't really pay attention that closely when we first started. The reason she doesn't pay attention when we first started is because she knows she's never going to pick that one up. Not at that moment. So what I got to do is just keep her honest. It's a balance thing. Send her for 3-foot retrieves. And then the next time you go to set up for one of these long trailings, she's paying attention at 3 feet. And she's that much better at 300 feet because the picture's there. So, very good. Come here. Nice morning to start this week out, and we'll just build on that.